You go out like that. Yo, we're live. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Kam Dan Live. We're live with a great edition. This is a prediction for the upcoming fight that is happening this weekend. It's a national domestic heavyweight fight between Daniel Dubois of Great Britain and Jyce of Great Britain. Jyce is an Olympic silver medalist of Great Britain in the 2016 Rio Olympics, and also a world silver medalist, losing both times the gold to Tony Yoka, the French sensation. And he's going up against the 23-year-old Daniel Dubois, Dynamite Daniel Dubois, a heavyweight titan coming out of the legendary Repton Boys Club in London and in the East End. And this is a tremendous fight put up by Queensberry's Frank Warren and on BT Sport Live, and it's a tremendous fight. This is for the British Heavyweight Championship, the Heavyweight Championship of Great Britain, and to get this fight, especially early in their careers, and right now, I feel like it's a perfect time for both of them. Kamal, what are your predictions? Daniel Dubois, unbeaten knockout artist. Jyce, unbeaten, he's not a knockout artist, but puts on knockouts.
Well, both of them got over a 90% knockout rate.
That comes with heavyweights. That's not true, heavyweights.
I mean, I'm leaning more towards Daniel Dubois than I am Jyce. After watching some of the fights, even though Jyce has fought in like two fighters who have over here in the States have more their names are more known. He fought Bryant Jennings, and he fought Bermane Stiverne. I kind of don't want to count that fight, because after Bermane Stiverne got beat the second time by Wilder, like he haven't been the same.
Yeah, haven't been the same. Yeah, you're right. The second, especially, you're right.
But I'm leaning a little bit towards Daniel Dubois on this one. For a heavyweight, he has really good balance. He has a faster hands. He's younger. And I was really impressed with watching him attack the body. And I think right there would slow down Jyce, his body attack. You know, I don't see you watch a lot of heavyweight fights, and you don't see too many heavyweights going towards the body.
So,
with him doing that, I think, he'll be able to pick up the victory. But in the heavyweight division, you don't know what can happen because they're heavyweights. One punch can, in the heavyweight division, that's the only division where one punch can really change the fight.
Absolutely. You think about with Alexander Povetkin and Dillian White, it was all Dillian White, up until it can end in an instant. Now, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. Good night, Dillian White.
Oh, and I like the chances of Daniel Dubois in this fight. I really like the chances of Daniel Dubois. And my thoughts on this fight is, with Jyce, Jyce is he's a methodical fighter in the capacity where he's not quick. He's slow, but it's bad slow, but only because he doesn't have to be quick, And a lot of the fights he hasn't had to use a lot of speed, So he takes his time, he breaks his opponent. He's got great power in those hands, but he's got a great engine, He's got a great engine and a great motor. He's called a juggernaut, and what he can do is can go for long periods of time. However, I feel like his speed or lack thereof, his age, and not like thereof, because he has a lot of it, will come, slip down to Daniel Dubois' youth, his speed, his power, and his ferocity. Like Mike Tyson says, he's just ferocious.
Ferocious.
Just ferocious. You know what I mean? He'll take your heart. He is. Daniel Dubois is ferocious. You see it in his face, and he's got everything to gain in this fight. He's got everything to gain, and I feel like what sucks about this fight is for Dubois, it'll be easier to come back from because of course he has 23 to 35 age range, but at the same time, it's kind of like he's hungrier. He wants it more. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's because a lot of people are betting against him because, you know, of the experience. Joyce has a wealth of experience, you know. But my opinion, I say Daniel Dubois knocks him out before the 6th round.
I got Daniel Dubois winning, but I don't know what round. I can't pick a round in this one. It could be the first round. It could be the 12th round.
I think the longer it goes, the more it favors Joyce. I think
with Jyce, he's been boxing for a while, and I'm not sure what year he turned pro, but to be 35 and only have 11 fights, that's a real late start. Do you know? I don't know how long ago, but he fought Usyk.
Oh yeah, he fought Usyk in the amateurs.
He fought him in the amateurs.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show, you know, and to me, I think that's something that I don't really understand outside of the U.S. They have a lot of great fighters in other countries. You can look at Vasily Lomachenko. You can look at Usyk. We could talk about Jyce. We'll talk about these three right now. And those guys have a world of talent, but like they started late.
Yeah, they started very.
And I don't understand why they do that in the other countries.
So
but
basically, I feel like in the other countries, a lot of them in the U.S. is very commercial. So what it is that a lot of the other countries, not that they value it, but it's just traditional for them to go through the amateur routes, you know, and to turn professional you do have some who turn professional at younger ages, but it's mostly turning professional at your 23s, your 24s. And I feel like another big reason is because there are so few promoters. So because there's so few promoters and still a wealthy talent pool of fighters, you need to do something to get the attention of those promoters. You know, in the US, you have DeBella, you have TGB, you have Mayweather, you have Golden Boy, you have Top Rank, you have PBC, you have GTD, you have AB, you know, and those are just the majors. Those are just in the US, just the majors. You know, those are before you even get down to the smaller promoters, you know, like hard hitting promotions, headbangers promotions. You know, in the UK, you've only got Queensberry and Matchroom. Those are the only two majors. And you also have Boxer as well. They're doing their thing, and you have Hennessy Sports. But those are the only four majors, you know, and you have MTK and your independents. But so it's a very and the talent pool of fighters is still lies. So what a lot of fighters do is to get the attention of those promoters, they decide to rack up as much amateur wins and experience as they possibly can, you know. And so going pro for them is something they want to do in their early 20s as opposed to 18 or 19 as they do in the US. And so and plus as an amateur you get paid, you know, in Great Britain you get paid.
See, and in the States you don't get paid as an amateur.
No. And I'm looking at it right now to answer you. So Jojo, the Olympics finished in 2016. So he turned professional a year later in October of 2017, having turned professional with David Haye, having one fight in 17, he was very active. Wow, he was very active in 2018. He had about 6 fights in 2018. And then he had 3 fights. Yeah, I had 3 fights in 2019. So yeah, he's been pro for 3 years now. Yeah, he's been pro for 3 years.
Yeah, but at the age of 35, I think he has to win this fight if he wants to continue. He has to. I think the winner of this fight is 2 fights away from a title fight. And
oh yeah, absolutely. You know, absolutely.
2 fights. They're definitely 2 fights away because you're gonna have. There's talks about Wilder Fury 3, hopefully, and maybe in February. You already got Anthony Joshua fighting in like a couple weeks from now. So of course, you know, they got to get their fights on. Hopefully, win that, and then we get to see Joshua and the winner of Fury and Wilder, and then after that, you know, of course, Jyce, Daniel Dubois, they're gonna have to fight one time or 2 more times before they can even probably get a shot at the title. Because I don't see like any other heavyweights right now that Jyce or Daniel Dubois should fight. I mean, you might have like maybe a Dillian White or Povetkin or something like that as a step up further to add on to their resume to even get the attention of whoever the heavyweight champion will be at the time they're ready to fight them. But
Yeah.
after that, I see 2 fights away from for either or whoever winner of this fight. And to be honest with you, this fight has a lot of it's been garnering a lot of attention over here too. Like I hear a lot of people talking about
I
this. You know, a
can
lot of
imagine. Yeah.
I mean, to me, at first I thought it was like I had like a 50-50 fight. I was just gonna, get me a drink, give me some popcorn, sit down and watch it because I know it's gonna be explosive. But after, doing some research and some film, man, I like Daniel Dubois in this fight.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I even agree with what you said about 2 fights away. I feel like, right now there's not a lot of fights they need, and not a lot of fights that they need, and I feel like this fight would get them. Daniel Dubois is already in that top 10, top 5, I believe, with the World Boxing Organization, and a belt which is held by Anthony Joshua, the heavyweight, the super heavyweight champion of the world. And so I do believe that this fight will take them right up into that stratosphere.
Isn't Daniel Dubois like the WBO international champion or something like that?
Yeah, European
champion. Yeah, see, so that's the winner of this fight is gonna get catapulted. Just by having that belt alone, even though it may not be recognized over here in the States like that.
Yeah.
But it's recognized over there, and on top of that, that will be recognized with the WBO and recognized with Anthony Joshua if he wins his next fight.
Yeah. And that's a fear, and that's in 2021. So I say the winner could be challenging for the heavyweight crown in 2022. That's almost definitely, I think I can almost say that definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
But yeah, sir, I'm looking at right now, just looking at the current heavyweight ranking. So you've got BoxRec has Tyson Fury number 1. Deontay Wilder number 2, Anthony Joshua number 3, Povetkin number 4, Usyk number 5, Ruiz number 3, Michael Hunter as well. But yeah, there's just a wealth of great fighters that these guys can face. And,
you see my face, right? You see my face, right?
I see your face. At the rankings, right?
Yes.
At the rank, exactly. Yeah, that same. That's what I said. Wow. I was like, wow. Whether they haven't updated this or, yeah, but in my opinion, I don't know why Wilder would be number 2 at this stage, and Joshua number 3. Joshua should be number 1. Actually, no, number 2. Joshua should be number 2. Fury number 1. But yeah, like I said, there's a wealth of fighters and a wealth of great fights. But I feel like they're at that precipice right now of a world title shot.
You can still see me, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let me see something. Now you can still talk. As long as you can still see me, we good. I just switched on to another screen. Oh my goodness. So now he has beaten 1, 2, 3.
Number 10. Parker 11.
So now, how is Anthony Joshua not number 1? Didn't he fight? He fought Povetkin already, right?
Yeah.
He beat Povetkin.
Yeah, he beat Povetkin. He's not number 1 because he lost to Ruiz.
Okay, but he beat Andy Ruiz. He beat Dillian White. He beat Derek Chisora, right?
Yeah. No, wait. No, he hasn't. He's never faced Derek Chisora.
Okay. So we got Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, Alexander Povetkin, Alexander Usyk, Andy Ruiz, Michael Hunter, Dillian White, Derek Chisora. We have Pulev, who he's fighting next. Joseph Parker is number 11.
Yeah.
So out of all of them, he's beaten 1, 2, 3. He's beaten 3. We'll say 4 if we go down to 11 with Joseph Parker. How is he not number 1? How
For
is he
me,
not
I say
number one?
the biggest anomaly is for me is Deontay Wilder number 2. First of
At
all,
two,
just put this
I would put Wilder at 3. The
for the
top three needs
benefits
to
of those
be
who flash the targets.
the top three needs to be rearranged, man.
Yeah,
Just the
same,
top three.
same. I put Wilder number 3.
Everything else I'm okay with, but the top three need to be rearranged, man. I don't.
And Michael Hunter is 32 years old. You know, I give a lot of respect to Michael Hunter, man. He's doing his thing.
Yeah,
And
but Michael Hunter.
oh, he drew. Michael Hunter drew with Alexander Povetkin in Saudi Arabia last year.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. That's not too bad of a performance. He knocked out Alexander Ustinov, who was the WBA champion, WBA regular champion, and under Tony Joshua. And then his first fight was and then he lost to Usyk, and that's his only loss. So yeah, just a little interesting side piece on Michael Hunter. But yeah, just the ratings. I say Wilder number 3, Josh number 2, Fury number 1. That's how the ratings should be, in my opinion. Anyway.
Joshua number 1, Fury number 2, Wilder number 3.
I think it's just the loss, the fact that he lost to Ruiz. Even though he beat him, the loss is still there, nonetheless. Nonetheless, the loss is still there. And Tyson Fury continued to win,
All right. I give you that. But I'd rather take my opinion. He fought 3 guys in the top 10. Yes, he lost to 1, but he also beat them. Right? Tyson Fury and Wilder only fought each other twice. The only 2 other heavyweights to fight somebody in the top 10 are those 2, which is a draw and a draw for both of them, and then a loss. I don't care. He lost. He got knocked out, but he came back and he avenged his loss and he snatched back his belts. If he'd have lost again, I don't know. I mean, it's a compelling argument, but it is what it is. I just think he should, just off the fact that he fought 3. He fought 3 out of the top 10. Nobody else in the heavyweight has fought 3 out of the top 10.
All the fights that he had, when he won the championship, of the world, all the fights that he has had, and I'll get up. Let me just say this right now. The ring's top 10. Anthony Joshua number 1, Deontay Wilder number 2, Alex Povetkin number 3, Dillian White number 4, Luis King Kong Ortiz number 5, Andrew Ruiz number 6, Joseph Parker number 7, Michael Hunter number 8, Oscar Vaz number 9, and Kubra Pulev number 10. So Fury is the champion.
How is he? Don't Anthony Joshua got more belts?
No, yeah, Fury is the Ring Magazine champion. He got that by beating Wilder. Him and Wilder were number 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he never lost the Ring Magazine, I don't think.
No, I didn't lose it. Yeah, he had that from Klitschko.
Klitschko, but still, Anthony Joshua got more belts. He got 3 of them. He got the WBA, the WBO, and he got the IBF.
Yeah, Fury's got the Ring Magazine and the WBC.
I guess, man. I mean, if you look at the level of competition that Anthony Joshua has fought, I just mentioned the top 3. He also fought Joseph Parker. Oh my.
Yeah. And so what I was gonna say was, when AJ won the championship in 2000 and when AJ won the championship in 2016, every fighter that he's fought at one time or another was in the top 10. When at the time of him fighting them, was at the top 10 in the rankings. Was at the top 10 in the Ring Magazine heavyweight rankings.
All right, hold on. All right, listen to this. We got Dillian White.
Yeah.
Right, and he fought Charles Martin, Dominic Brazil, Eric Alina.
Was top 10. Yeah, top 10.
Vladimir Klitschko, Carlos
top
Takam, Joseph
top
Parker,
top
Alex
champion and
Povetkin, Andy Ruiz twice.
top 10, and Kubrat Pulev. Oh, he's about to fight Kubrat
He's
Pulev.
about to fight Pulev. You gonna tell me that shouldn't put that man at number one?
Yeah, it's about that loss. It's just about that loss.
This ain't college
And
football, man.
and keep in mind, with what you also have with Fury, what you also have is the lineal champion. He's the guy who beat the guy who beat the guy. But still. But yeah. Like you said, when he faced Dillian White, top 10 at the time, Charles Martin, top 10 at the time, Brazil, top 10, Molina, top 10, Klitschko, top 10, and champion, Carlos Takam, top 10, Joseph Parker, top 10, and champion, Alexander Povetkin, top 10, former Olympic gold medalist, Andrew Ruiz, top 10, and Kubrat Pulev, top 10, perennial contender, so, yeah. But as of right now, you already know my predictions for Dubois and Jyce.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about this no more. My feelings is hurt. Yo, man, close us out, man. Close us out, man. Close us out.
Guys, you already know. So this Saturday, it's going to be Dubois versus Jyce live from London. Thanks for joining us, Daniel Kamal, my guys. Thank you, guys, and peace.
All right, man. Peace out. Like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell icon. You already know. I ain't got to say it. All right, man. Peace out.
Peace.